Perfilman.
Ada mas.
Iya. Hello, everyone. Hello. Okay, so I want to inform that we will start the seminar by 13 past 10. So be ready before we begin the seminar. Thank you. Good afternoon, distinguished guests, respected speakers, and all the participants joining us both on-site and online. I hope everyone is doing well and feeling enthusiastic for today. It's such a pleasure to welcome you to this international hybrid seminar. So allow me to introduce myself. I am Erna Sheila, and I will be your master of ceremony for today's event. Before we begin, I would like to warmly greet all participants who are here in the venue, as well as those joining us virtually via Zoom. For those in the room, let's give a warm round of applause to energize our sessions today. Thank you for the energy. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, as the time shows 13 past 10 Western Indonesian time, we're ready to begin our seminar entitled Clash of Cultural Standards, Managing Brand Reputations Amid CEA versus Key Nets Polarism. Honorable Mrs. Risa Santoso as Director of Institute Technology and Business Asia Malang, Dr. Fathur Rahman as the Vice Rector of Academic Affairs, Mrs. Rina Dewi Indasari as the Vice Rector of Development and Innovations, to our speakers, respectable speakers for sure, Mrs. Lucia Mariesti Andriani from Institute Asia Malang, Dr. Nico Irawan from Thai Global Business Administration Technological College, Thailand, Dr. Argel V. Domingo from Nueva Ecija University of Science and Technology, Philippines, and Puan Tengku Arwal Hawa Delaila binti Tengku Ahmad from Polytechnic Tuanku Syed Sirajuddin, Malaysia, as well as all invited guests and participants. First and foremost, let us express our gratitude to God Almighty the opportunity to gather here today in a good health and participate this meaningful seminar. To begin our program and foster our sense of nationalism, let us rise and sing the Indonesian national anthem, Indonesia Raya. Kindly all participants in the venue, please stand. Thank you. Please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, before we move to the next sessions, let us take a moment to get know more about our institutions. Let us witness the profile video of Institut Teknologi dan Bisnis Asia Malang.
Welcome to Asia Institute of Technology and Business. Currently, we live in an era of change in which tradition must go hand in hand with new innovations. It inspires Asia Institute of Technology and Business to create new breakthroughs for students and its surrounding community. Asia Institute is located strategically in Malang City, Indonesia, at Soekarno-Hatta Street, Rambuksari Street, number 1A. We have two faculties, Faculty of Economics and Business and Faculty of Technology and Design. There are two undergraduate majors in the Faculty of Economics and Business: Accounting and Professional Business Management, as well as a graduate program in management. In the Faculty of Technology and Design, there are three undergraduate majors: Computer Engineering, Informatics, and Visual Communication Design. Creating great entrepreneurs and professionals must be supported by optimal facilities. The Faculty of Economics and Business has an economic lab as well as a stock market investment gallery. For the Faculty of Technology and Design, there is a automation lab, a visual communication design lab, as well as a lab for computer networks. With the advantages we have, namely the application of the concept of education with the methods of business practice and technology in practice, we believe that our graduates will achieve great things. Come and join us. Go beyond your limit with Asia Institute of Technology and Business.
Next, we will proceed the opening speech by Dean of the Faculty of Economic and Business to the Honorable Mr. Agus Purnomo CDMM. The floor is yours. You can come forward here. You're welcome.
Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Sounds different from the sides and this sides. It's mixed louder here. Okay. My honorable guests, ladies and gentlemen, it's my great honor to welcome you to this international seminar, Class of Cultural Standards, Managing Brand Reputation Amidst Xi versus Kinet's Polarism. First, allow me to extend my respect to Ms. Risa Santoso as the Rector of Institut Teknologi dan Bisnis Asia Malang, Dr. Fatur Rahman, the Vice Rector of Academic Affairs, Miss Rina Dewi Indasari, Vice Rector of Development and Innovation. I also warmly greet to our keynote speakers today, Miss Lucia Mariasti Andriani, PhD, from Institut Teknologi dan Bisnis Asia Malang, Indonesia, Dr. Argel V. Domingo from Nueva Ecija, University of Science and Technology, Philippines. I'm sorry if I'm mistaken in spelling your name, sir. Okay, Dr. Nico Irawan, Thai Global Business Administration, Technological College, Thailand. Last but not least, Puan Tengku Arwal Hawa Delaila binti Tengku Ahmad, Politeknik Tengku Syed Syirajuddin, Malaysia. As far as I know that Mr. Argel and Mr. Nico is not the first time being here. It's so happy to have them and all the keynote speakers to be here. Today's seminar theme is Clash of Cultural Standards. It reminds me to one of a strategy game in mobile phones, Clash of something. Okay. Where the main goal is to conquer the territories and resources from the opponent. Of course, I do not expect you to bring such a conflict and hostility into this forum. Instead, I invite you to gather here in peace to acquire as much knowledge as possible from our distinguished keynote speakers. The term sea versus keynote polarism reflects how cultural differences, especially between Southeast Asia and Korea, can lead contrasting perceptions online. In this seminar, we broaden the discussion to include how diverse cultural standards across Southeast Asia also shapes brand reputation. In Indonesia, we have thousands of distinct cultures, yet we share one guideline principles, Bhinneka Tunggal Ika, which means unity in diversity. This philosophy teaches us that differences do not divide us, but rather enrich us. In the same way, although Indonesia, Malaysia, Thailand, and the Philippines share common roots, each nation has its own unique cultural identity. These differences should not be seen as barriers, but as opportunities to learn, to collaborate, and to strengthen our understanding of brand reputations across diverse cultural landscapes. Therefore, let us use this seminar as a platform to share knowledge, exchange perspective, and build strategies that respect diversity while aiming for common advancement. I sincerely thank the organizing committee and all participants joining both offline and online. May this seminar provide valuable insight and meaningful benefits for us all. Thank you, and I wish you a productive and insightful seminar. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you for the inspiring remarks. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now enter the main sessions of today's seminars. These sessions will be guided by our moderator, Mr. Hieronymus Hari Kurniawan, SAMM. With great respect, I would like to invite him to take over the stage and lead the discussions. The time and stage are yours.
Well, thank you for the warm introduction by our Master of Ceremony, and round of applause for our MC, Sheila. I'm Hari Kurniawan. I think I have a privilege to lead this seminar because we will have a fascinating topic to talk about, and we have to deep dive discussing about this because it's so related with our life, especially in the social impacted with our economic and business also. Well, good afternoon, our incredible speaker, and we have two incredible speakers also on the screen. I think Dr. Nico and Ma'am Aural. Okay, Aural. Okay, I'm sorry for my mistake. Well, distinguished guests and also our all participants that already joining us in this room, thank you for your consideration that it will be very valuable for you to listen about the seminar or this section. So we will have 4 sections actually. Every speaker will have one section, and after that, it will be followed by Q&A section. So make sure that you pay attention and listen carefully, actively listening, and contribute to the participation. And we would like to invite all of you to do a great participation today. Well, welcome to our international seminar, and we have a great title, Clash of Cultural Standard, Managing Brand Reputation, and really that means SEA versus Kinit's polarism. And glad to see, I think so many younger generation over here. We believe that it shows a great, vibrant community of academics and a very productive meeting today. And actually, before we start, I would like to casually remind you to follow this section until the end, as you will receive e-certificate, I think, after this section. It will be at your value, at least in your LinkedIn profile. And yeah, I think we have to get it started right away without any further ado. We directly to the first speaker for it's so interesting. Okay, already handled. The first speaker actually is my counterpart, my supervisor, my boss. She is head of department in management program and bachelor degree. And the first section will be delivered pretty well because she actually has a lot of experience, 11 years, I think, yeah, in education, in higher education. As you can see, Dr. Arjel first. Okay, this is correct. Mrs. Lucia Mariesti Andriani, SAMM PhD. A round of applause for her. The most interesting point is she got her PhD in Ewha Women's University in South Korea. So I do believe that she will bring a perspective from South Korea and also Indonesia and the context of business management. Well, please welcome and Dr. Lucia, you have 15 minutes to deliver your presentation. The floor is totally yours. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Hari Kurniawan. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, my dear colleague, Dr. Arjel from NEUST Philippines, and also Dr. Nico Irawan from Thai Global Business Administration Technological College Thailand, and also Puan Tengku Arwal Hawa Delaila binti Tengku Ahmad from Polytechnic Tuanku Syed Syarajuddin, Malaysia. And also good afternoon to esteemed faculty members and fellow students from across Southeast Asian region, specifically from Indonesia, Malaysia, the Philippines, and also from Thailand. It's really an honor for me to be here to be one of the speakers for this seminar. And as mentioned before, my name is Lucia, and today I'm really excited to share and discuss a phenomenon that has reshaped the social and economic landscape of my home country, Indonesia. And for approximately next 15 minutes, I will talk about Korean Wave and the impact on Indonesia. And as we know, we are gathered here as four nations with distinct identities. And yet we are all currently navigating the same wave of cultural globalization coming from South Korea. And in this seminar, we are not just looking at the popularity of music or television. We will try to discuss about the masterclass in soft power, how one nation's culture can influence the economic and also the education and diplomacy of another. Next, please. Okay, thank you. And before we dive into the data, let's take a look a bit at these fundamental questions, as you can see on the screen. Are South Korea and Indonesia two polarized nations, separated by geography, of course, and also language? Or are they actually developing a deeply mutually beneficial relationship? As we will see, we started as a few television dramas has evolved into a strategic partnership that impacts on our economic and even our diplomatic policies. Next, please. Okay. You know, to understand where we are now, we must look at how we got in here and where we started. the Korean wave, or this Korean alphabet you can read as Hallyu, did not arrive all at once. And in Indonesia, the Korean wave moved through actually 5 phases. The first one is the 1990s roots. It gained its first regional foothold actually in China due to the political shift. And then the second one is it continued in the early of 2000s. Or we can call it the first wave of Korean wave. And this was era of Korean drama or K-drama where title like Winter Sonata. Did you notice the Winter Sonata title? Oh my God. Oh, okay, okay. Okay, some of us know this drama title. And this title like Winter Sonata introduced Indonesians to Korean storytelling and also Korean fashion and also their emotions. And then during 2007 and 2008, actually Korean wave in Indonesia entered its crisis times. But this crisis times wasn't long since on 2009, the second Korean wave hit Indonesia hard. And this time was the era of Korean pop, or as we know, K-pop. And this second wave was the turning point actually. So K-pop group took over and also turning Hallyu from just a television trend into a youth-driven movement. And this wave, I guess, still felt today. As for today, I think we have reached a stage where it is no longer just TV shows or music shows. It is something we live. It is about culture and lifestyle, I can say. From sometimes the way we dress, to the food we eat for lunch, or the flavor we pick, or skincare we put on our face. Next, please. Okay. And the scale of Korean wave impact on Indonesia is best illustrated by the data. And according to the survey held by Ministry of Culture, Sport and Tourism of South Korea, Indonesia ranks first globally in enthusiasm toward Korean culture at the percentage of 86.3 as seen on the screen. And think about this condition, Indonesian population shows the highest level of engagement. And this data seems makes sense related to the Korean wave phenomenon happened in Indonesia today. And this indeed make Indonesia the most critical market to Korean cultural export in the world today. So yeah, we know that K-pop is surrounding us and also K-drama is surrounding us, Korean culture is surrounding us. I think that this data makes sense to us. And then, next please. Next please. Oh, okay, I will continue then. Then, actually, how does the enthusiasm from Indonesian towards South Korea manifest in real life? And we can categorize it into 4 pillars actually. Oh, okay. The first one is related to the tourism and education, in which South Korea is one of top destination for Indonesian students seeking higher education. We know that Korean government provide a global scale scholarship called by Global Korean Scholarship or GKAs. And among the scholarship hunters, this scholarship is one of the prestigious and super competitive one. As a TMI for you guys, I still remembered one of my friends from Spain said that in her country, the applicant for GKS was only 5. And the best 2 were chosen to become GKS awardee. But this condition is really different from what happened in Indonesia, where as far as I know, the applicant for GKS is in a very big number. It's a super competitive scholarship in our country. And the other thing is about the tourism destination where tourists try to experience the Korean drama vibe and also buy the Korean skincare or just do the cafe hopping. And then the second one is about the enthusiasm toward South Korea result in massive surge in Indonesian learning the Korean language through online platform and also offline platform, or even a lot of Indonesian go to South Korea just to take a Korean language class, or in Korean is called as ohaktang. Yeah, a lot of Indonesian go and come to Korea just to take Korean language class. And the third one is related to the market presence of Korean product in Indonesia. As we know, Korean product from skincare and electronics are now widespread across the Indonesian market. And the last but not least, the Indonesian enthusiasm towards South Korea encourages the development of side businesses. I think that local Indonesian entrepreneurs are opening business like Korean themed cafes and also fashion boutiques that is inspired by Korean fashion, or beauty salons that provide Korean look makeup to meet the demand of Indonesian that really love the Korean culture. And next, please. Okay. And then what we have to highlight is, let's look at how Indonesian businesses are adapting. As we can see, Indonesian businesses are not just competing with Korean products, actually, but they are collaborating with the trend. Local brands like Indomie, that's super famous instant noodle in Indonesia, and Indomilk are using the enthusiasm of Indonesians towards South Korea as their promotion tools. We can see on the screen that Indomie make a product with K-Rose flavor for their instant noodle, and also Indomilk name one of its flavor as Soul Banana to represent the Korean tinges. And indeed, these brands are using Korean aesthetics and flavor to capture the Hallyu-loving demographic within Indonesians. And next, okay. And then the next one is, we see the power of brand ambassador. Indonesian giants such as Tokopedia and various snacks companies hire top-tier Korean artists as their models or brand ambassador. Whether it's aespa or Raije from Team Richoku and Richeese, BTS and Blackpink for Tokopedia, or NCT Dream for Tostos, these artists or K-pop idols bridge the gap between global stardom and local consumption. And this strategy creates a halo effect where the popularity of the artist is directly transferred to Indonesian product. And moreover, I think that this is a brilliant strategic move. By associating a local product with a K-pop idols, brands gains instant trust and a cool factor that traditional advertising or promotion simply cannot buy. Okay, next. Okay, this is the last one, I think. Finally, we must look at the highest level of impact, which is diplomacy, or the impact on a government level. Because our people love Korean culture so much, then our governments are finding it easier to collaborate with Korean government. We are seeing, the first thing is, we are seeing a move toward visa-free travel with condition. So, for this case, now, Indonesian passport holders from the middle of this year can travel to South Korea with visa-free if they travel together in a group for minimum 3 people. And this policy is taken by Korean government to meet their target to attract Indonesian tourists to come to Korea as much as 30 million tourists. And also, Korean government also simplify the requirements for visa processing for Indonesian passport holders since September 1st, 2025. Before the September 1st, Indonesian passport holder had to submit their tax report when they had a plan to visit to Korea. But for now, Indonesians don't have to do this, and I believe that these two policies for sure represent a transition from soft power to hard policy, benefiting people from both nations. And to wrap up, the Korean Wave in Indonesia is, I believe, a master class in cultural exchange. It has proven that culture can be bridged for business, education, and international friendship. And as we move forward as a Southeast Asian community, we can look at this relationship as a model, how cultural appreciation can lead to mutual economic prosperity. And thank you for your attention. I look forward to hearing the perspective from my colleagues in Malaysia, the Philippines, and Thailand on how this wave has hit your shores as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Round of applause for Dr. Lucia. And let me recap that South Korea has a very robust positioning in the Indonesia market, so very strong in terms of marketing and in terms of tourism, and also as so popular because it's so affected of our pop culture and related with our consumption of entertainment. Moreover, it takes place so many aspects, like Dr. Lucia said about it. Very good insight and enhancing our perspective of South Korea and related with the Indonesian perspective. Thank you. Now, the second speaker, I want to ask the committee, Dr. Nico first, or? Okay, so we already have Dr. Nico Irawan first for the second speaker. He is an Executive Director for International Affairs in Thai Global Business Administration, Technological College, and his latest education is doctor degree in English and Education and Literature, postgraduate school, State University of Surabaya, Indonesia. So, I think already joining us with us, Dr. Nico. How are you, sir?
Hey, I'm fine. Thank you so much. How are you today?
Okay,
Hey,
nice.
everybody can hear my voice now?
Yeah, so edible.
Okay.
Thank you. Glad to see you again. And Dr. Nico, you have 15 minutes to deliver your presentation. Time is yours. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Moderator, for this opportunity for me. And good afternoon, everybody here. And now I'm joining online here. And I would like to share my PPT here. Okay, the Honorable, the first speaker, I think I'm very interested in your speech, Bu Lucia, related to the Korea, especially about the skincare in Korea. Korea is very attractive, especially the product. And so many people come to Korea to recover their face and others. And I would like to share with you about the Thai perspective also. And I stay in Thailand since 2014 until now. So if we calculate around 12 years, and maybe I need to share my experience related to the cross-cultural risk assessment and uniting Southeast Asia as a new global power. In Thailand, I think it's almost the same as in Korea, that we also have like a doctor specialized to to make offer, I think, like to change the skin, change the face, and also change the beauty here. But here we can see like the skincare also is popular, and so many people come to Thailand for traveling and also for make offer and also to learn also here. And in this slide, I would like to share related to the cross-cultural risk. And we know that so many issue in this world, such as about the boycott and then the beauty standard, and sometimes when the people buy the product from Thailand and there is no halal logo, and sometimes there is also the issue. And if there is no halal logo and come to Indonesia, there will be the big question. The same as like a Muslim people buy the product and there is no halal, also the big question. And first, we see about what is the understanding cross-cultural risk in the Southeast Asia. Actually, Thailand and Indonesia have the same, or we have the similarity related to the culture, almost the same. The food may be a little different, but I think almost the same. But the mindset are different because even we are in the Southeast Asia, we have culture and perspective also, and also the product here also different. And as you know that the Thailand is the entrepreneurship, they focus on entrepreneurs, and also they try to attract the people by giving a good place, and also sorry, and also they provide the good tourism and skincare also. But so far as I know that Korean is still okay for the skincare. Sorry. And application in Southeast Asia, and also this is the concept and how we understand about the culture differences and can affect communication, operation, and highlighting the need for risk management. Okay. And here also the value different in the region. Like, okay, we know that in Indonesia, the majority are Muslim. And I have the experience last time when we are eating in the KFC and there is the Arabic person said that, oh, this KFC is halal or no? Yeah, sometimes it's so, so curious about this one because in Thailand, Muslim is the minority and the Buddhism is the majority. And sometimes it's sensitive about the food is halal or no. But even the chicken also. So they have the key value differences in the region and sources of value difference such as religious, social factor, and distinction of culture values. And impact, of course, in the business and society. We know that in Thailand is they sell the happiness, they sell the product in the service, such as the tourism and the beautiful place and others. Of course, they open mind and they also pay the tax here. Based on the economy is for the income for the country. But when we compare in Indonesia, is sometimes is sensitive. So that's why we are the same, but we are different. We have the difference related to the business and society and the doctrine also. And related to the value differences boycott issue, what's the issue here? Like I mentioned to you about the product sometimes, if like the product come from the country that's, for example, they create a war, and then I think to minimize the business not run again, so many people try to boycott. But not only like that, but also if there are some people say something wrong and maybe underestimate to another country, and also they do the boycott. The boycott here, I think, to limit or to stop that the people not buy that product. Sometimes it's run well, sometimes it's not run well, because in the Southeast Asia, sometimes the boycott usually part of to stop, but not sometimes not forever stop, and depend on the political cause and also the trend in the society. So, and the cultural sensitivity behind the boycott, of course, we talk about the religious and ethical consideration and nationalism and identity. Like for example, last time I talked with my student to talk about the entrepreneurship, and I said to them, my student mostly Myanmar, and I said if you want to open the business, the first thing you need to see the demography and the geography in the country. For example, you want to have a franchise McDonald's in Indonesia, but you sell pork. Of course, there will be boycott of your product. But in Thailand, it's no problem because some people will, of course, they eat pork. But in Indonesia, it's sensitive. Even we have several religion here, but of course, it is still sensitive. If we provide pork in the McDonald's. So that's why it's related to the religious and ethical consideration. And of course, they have the risk, like a strategy for prevention and crisis response mechanism here. So boycott come from the communication, or sometimes boycott also come from propaganda based on another party would like to compete each other. Maybe this possible because the political issue and others. And beauty standard across Southeast Asia. Thailand sell the beauty also, and they have the makeover hospital to provide that if you want to change your, the beauty, they can offer. And of course, this is illegal because under the government, and this is to attract the tourism here also. So that's why this is cultural foundation of the beauty ideals. There are 2 points such as the modern adaptation, traditional influence. Thai people would like to perform very well. Anywhere when you come to Thailand, you see the people like an actress, an artist that they can perform, they dress very well here. Even they are going to some places or for, a little dinner or lunch here, but they perform very well. This is based on the culture and tradition and habit for them. And variation of beauty standard by the country is depend on like, every country has different people here. It's even the skin color and also gender space. And risk and opportunity in a global market, marketing and branding challenges, leveraging diversity for competitive advantage. This is a multicultural understanding and multicultural perspective here. So, what about the social behavior and its role in regional unity here, especially in Bangkok? Everybody will look good and everybody will, of course, will perform very well in any kind of job and in communication, of course. And Thailand has the doctrine, has the hospitality and friendly to the people here because this is like a norms and social norms and ethic, especially in communication. And share value and practice, community orientation and festival. Like today, this week, Thailand has Songkran festival, and it's like Lebaran in Thailand, and Lebaran in Buddhism, like the celebration, a new year for them, a new image, and new hopes for Thai people to make better and better. And in Thailand has the tradition like a watering. Songkran is like a watering. So they have the festival to attract also the tourists. They have the celebration and they also have festival like a cultural ritual. And building cohesion through social understanding like cross-border social initiative, education and exchange program. We also provide so many exchange program like mostly some Indonesian people, some students also come to TGBC to have the cross-culture activity or the short course program or exchange program. And we provide and we take care very well. And Southeast Asia emerging role in the global economy, like we know that ASEAN Economic Community since 2015, and until now we have the open and global trade. So the product from Thailand can also sell in Indonesia. The product from Indonesia like Indomie, mie goreng also available in Thailand. But even they are the same, like the name is Indomie or mie goreng, but the taste is different. they try to adapt the taste of Thai people. Because mie goreng so far, as I know that mie goreng in Indonesia very delicious, more delicious than in Thailand. Because in Indonesia, I don't know why. Because I bring mie goreng from Indonesia and I compare with mie goreng in Thailand, the same packaging but different taste. Yeah, maybe depend on their, taste in Thailand and Indonesia. And so open, ASEAN economic community open since 2015 and until now still run well. Because Thailand and Indonesia also in our Asia, Southeast Asia, and we can share each other and also we can share the product each other. And of course, culture diversity and asset innovation and enhancing global competitiveness. So many people now, because the world is borderless, so we can travel many countries and around the world and to learn the culture. And political fragment, infrastructure, and social barrier, this is also influence for the cultural risk assessment. Economic, and the next is about strategy here to effective risk identification tools, cultural intelligence models here, like a methodology and tools designed to recognize potential cultural risks. And stakeholder because Thailand, the big income is from tourism and entrepreneurship. So like during COVID-19, when I stay in Thailand 2020 until 2022 last time, is very bad impact, especially tourism, because Thai people also no have job, and usually last time so many Chinese tourists come to Thailand, and because COVID-19, the pandemic, they stop. But step by step, they can recover again. And Thailand also have the, exhibition for the product. So they show the good product of Thai person, like Otop, one Tambon, one product. This also under the government because the government monitor for the business, local business for local society also. And adaptation and secondary feedback loops. And the last is future perspective. I think even we are different country, share the business together, and we can share the product, Thai product. Come to Indonesia, when I come to Tunjungan Plaza also, there is a Thai restaurant also, and provide Thai food here. So it's like no border, so borderless here. And geopolitical influence and economic growth projection now is borderless. So that's why running the business, the first thing is we need to concern about the religion here, because sometimes when we sell the product but we don't know about the religion inside, like selling the product in India also, they really respect to the cow, and we sell the beef also sometimes is, the product cannot be sold quickly. However, we try to prepare for the global challenge and sustainability, of course, based on the technology, digital transformation also, and now we know about AI technology. Yeah, I hope that it is beneficial for you, the material. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, Dr. Nico Irawan. Very well insight from Thailand. Dr. Nico Irawan gave insight related with the global advantage, and we have to build the global advantage. We can be ignored if we want to do some business or start a new business from the scratch. We have to take care about the social things and how to make a good marketing strategy. So our mapping in a social life and communication, and also the case that I already mentioned by Dr. Nico is want to navigate our business pretty well. Thank you, and see you again in Q&A section. Well,
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, sir. The third section, we have the friend of mine, my Filipino friends from NUST, Sir Argel V. Domingo. And yeah, he got Doctor of Philosophy in Business Administration. He is from Nueva Ecija University of Science and Technology, Philippines. How is everything, sir?
I'm fine.
Oh, everything's going
Yeah.
well, right? So you
We're all
enjoy
fine.
your time in Malang. You look around, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you have 15 minutes to deliver your presentation before we take the last section, yeah, from Malaysia. Mr. Domingo, please deliver your presentation.
Yeah, thank you for having me or having us here in this particular platform to also share my insight with respect to the topic. But before anything else, I would like to greet everyone a pleasant afternoon. Hope I could pronounce these greetings correctly. Salamat siyang semuanya, semoga makan siyang niya, men yenang kan.
Okay, thank you. Nice try.
Actually, the first task that I am actually preparing is to memorize this one, but I'm afraid to mispronounce it.
No
so I
problem.
just read it. This is actually something that I am telling myself to, oh, Argel, you cannot afford to mispronounce it.
Okay, closer.
But
No problem. Thank
then
you.
I'm wishing you all that you had a great lunch. So you have this full attention to me this afternoon. So again, good afternoon to the Institute Asia of Malang, headed by your rector, Madam Arisa Santoso, and the rest of the officials here with us this afternoon. So again, greetings to everyone. But of course, I do not want to miss out my family back in the Philippines who are watching, I guess, the Nueva Ecija University of Science and Technology, headed by our dear president, Dr. Rodora Hugo, and the rest of the university officials. And of course, our home college, the College of Management and Business Technology. And a special shout out also to, I had so many greetings. Okay. And of course, special shout out to my family at the BS Entrepreneurship Department, to all my friends back home. Then again, good afternoon and mabuhay. Hope I would not going to disappoint you right after this talk. Okay, so the topic that was assigned to me is something to do about a very controversial topic actually here. We have the brand reputation amidst Southeast Asia, or the sibling versus the KNET's polarism. You know what? Especially nowadays, that if we heard the word or if we have a certain thought on our mind when we talk about Korea, we're actually have the idea about beauty products, about K-pop, BTS, who else that you are singing their song. But how about when we talk about Southeast Asia, what comes to our mind? Me, basically, what I'm thinking is, of course, the Southeast Asian Games. What place does Indonesia recently in the recent Southeast Asian Games? But in general, we love to be in ASEAN region. So we have ASEAN integration where there is a borderless transaction in terms of business among Asian regions. So that's something that we have to be proud of as an ASEAN community. There is a divide now, particularly with how siblings should work together versus the K-nets or the Korean netizens because of a certain incident happened last January. And I guess the audience here are familiar with that. For a certain incident, then that was some sort of a conflict between Malaysia, am I right, sir? The Malaysia, and then also with that incident, so some racism, some negative situation did happen, and it has impacted the entire business landscape, particularly the sibling, the Southeast Asia nations, and also with the Korean. Okay, may I have my first slide? But before that, allow me to present a fact as regard the internet activities of the Southeast Asian nations. As you can see there in your screen, that almost 61.5% of Southeast Asia population has actually been using social media. So imagine, if I'm gonna do the checking, are you listening or are you just browsing your social media right now? But I believe you can do both. Listening while browsing your internet. So that's a huge number telling that collectively we are a region where we connect through internet. And another one is that we also are using, we have been also using 7+ platforms. It could be a Messenger, it could be an X, But the most popular here is Instagram, I guess. Yeah, I know that some of the students at the back are now friends with the young men here in the Instagram. Am I correct? Okay, you have exchanged some Instagram accounts already. And then also the TikTok. Okay, so those are some familiar platforms in the social media. So basically, we are a force to reckon with when it comes to our usage of internet, that we are a powerhouse in terms of social media. Okay, the next one. Actually, I'm presenting a data from We Are Social and Meltwater, a digital survey from 2025 to 2026. Next slide, please. And then, to be specific, the image that you are seeing right now is not me, actually, but my Filipino friends exactly know who that man is. It's just like we have a resemblance, but I just made that use in this presentation. Okay, but it looks like me. Okay, so. Okay, so let's check also our undertakings with the use of our social media. Like in the Philippines, okay, I think we can attest to it that it's true that in an average, we use social media 3 hours and 32 minutes. So that's long, right? That's very long, right? That we spend most of our times, okay, browsing internet, watching content, and many other activities that we can actually entertain ourselves. Okay, so we do not know if all bashings are really coming from the Philippines, or as a country who has a lot of engagement in the social media. I guess we can be a good friends. I mean, siblings. We can be a good friends when it comes to supporting one another. But anyway, we are promoting peace, of course, in ASEAN region, and also maintaining our harmonious relationship with our Korean friends. Okay, so next slide, please. Now, I'd like to talk also what's really particularly what's really happening in the Philippines, the value that we are really living up until now, since as a nation, we are also a bit conservative. We are also like value pakikisama or hiya. Pakikisama means social harmony, and hiya means also self-propriety. So when it comes to the brand, if you're going to ask me now question like, how do you support brand, or what brands you are actually supporting? First thing is that we value brands that respect. Okay, so we do not support brands that are so insensitive with the culture. So I guess that's one thing that I could really share it to you, that when it comes to support, we support 100%, but basically we'll look onto how respect and the values, or the Filipino values are embedded on those brands. So the thing, like if we fail to do that, then we might face backlash, right? That we may also face some bashing or some conflict if we disregarded cultural respect with respect to, different brands. So cultural misunderstandings arise when brands ignore relational and social norms. So I guess that's a human nature, that when you get disrespected, you really have to react. So we do not want to do that. So meaning to say, as an ASEAN region, we have to be mindful also of the diversity that we have. I mean, the differences as regard to our culture, and as regard to, things that we always value. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, so as a Filipino nation, we love to support local. Okay, and then, however, I still have this, however, anyway, that we may be supporting local, but there is a high influence with respect to the Korean brands. Do you know exactly what male group are you seeing in the screen now? It's EXO. Okay, Ma'am Lucia knows EXO. Okay. But I'm more popular with I'm more familiar with the song of BTS. Yeah, what's your favorite song for BTS? Universe. Universe or yellow. No, it's universe. I'm pertaining to other group. Okay, so it's strong Filipino pride drives demand for local representation in branding. So like what I am saying, we've really prioritized. However, we prioritize supporting local brands. However, there is this influence also coming from other brands that we think are better, I guess, or that could provide us better satisfaction or higher utility, if I get it correctly in terms of economics. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, now I'm not sure if you're familiar with the picture that I have presented here. These are Indonesian pop stars. I'm not sure if you're familiar with these groups. Okay, if you're singing their songs. Yeah, I'm not pretty sure, but what I am trying to emphasize here is the fandom of youth, right? Like on the side, you have seen the four groups of Indonesian male and female groups, and then we also have this SB19 in the Philippines, and we also have the Bini in the Philippines. Now, when it comes to the youth culture and fandom power in the Philippines, we actually form group, right? That basically because of these groups, we can form now our own community of supporting pop group. Okay, and sometimes we are being influenced by them. Like if we have a high regard with the K-pop, if we are going to purchase something and they are actually the model, then we are enticed to buying them. Like if we have seen that they are the endorsers, I should say, of a certain beauty brands, then you're gonna be using that same brands, endorsing by them. So that's how influential these fandoms are. So basically, if you are the next Indonesian big star, so other people are gonna be looking up to you. I guess Sir Danar is an Indonesian singer. Yeah, so you have to look up to him, right, Sir Danar? Am I correct that you're also a good singer? Okay, and Indonesian idol. Yeah, Indonesian idol. Sir Danar is an Indonesian idol. So maybe there is a community also supporting you here. So you better have to act properly, okay, and serve as a role model for them. Okay, so that's youth culture and fandom power. So again, the influence of these groups are really that important, okay? So, yeah. In Philippines, these two groups are very popular. So the things like the brands that they are endorsing, they really are getting so much support. Okay, then next slide, please. Okay. However, we have the Filipino and the Korean influence. Okay. There are also Filipino celebrities who endorse beauty products. However, others would view that it would be better if the model or the endorser would be Korean. So there is a conflict now whether are we just to support our own or are we going to support the Koreans? So we are viewing different perspective here now because if we were going to choose the foreign influencer, what would happen to our local celebrities or what would happen to the brand if we choose to have foreign endorsers. Okay, so there may be a conflict on that. But what I am trying to say is that we have to be very mindful as well as to who will going to be our endorsers. But then Korean superstars are really of great impact. Okay, because Filipinos have the same resemblance with us, Indonesians, because we are in the ASEAN. I mean, our skin color is actually brown or a light brown. And then some of us got white skin now because of the beauty products. Maybe you can ask your classmates or your seatmate or what beauty product are they been using. So that's why they have appeared a glowing skin or a glass skin. Okay, but maybe there are those individuals who really were born with a fairer skin. And when it comes to our eyes, we are just like have a big brown eyes. Okay, and some Koreans, they have just like a small. Seems like they're sleepy. But I guess others would find them great. Okay, so next slide, please. Okay, now, since we are talking about fandom and we are creating a certain community, there is also instance that we could form a certain action called boycotting, or there is a tendency that we boycott brand. There is a tendency to call out individuals because that's how powerful fandom is. Like the fandom of Sir Danar, for example, would going to support a certain advocacy, then that's the power of fandom. So again, we really have to be vigilant also. Okay, not all that we are supporting could bring positive result, but this is also an awareness also to each brand to perform better, because one wrong mistake or one wrong move could ruin their reputation, and one wrong conduct could fuel these groups to boycott or to tell something bad about your product. Remember that in social media platform, for example, we can leave our comments, right? We give 1 star, 2 star, or 5 star for others to tell. And remember, whatever type of publicity would that be, whether a good or a bad, it's easier for now to express our opinions, okay? And then the next slide, please. Okay, we also have humor, memes, and virality that shape brand narratives. So we also love creative messages, right? Like for example, Brad Pitt. Do you know Brad Pitt? Do you know who this actor is actually? So yeah, it's humor. I mean, in Southeast Asian region, I guess we have a high regard with the use of some creativity or some that tickles our mind, right? It's Brad Pitt, but it's a bread shop, right? It's a bread shop, but it names after Brad Pitt. It's about humor. Next, as you see also in the next picture, there is a bit controversy about this one. Okay, because I know both our country are a bit sensitive with respect to this culture. We're actually preserving our culture, so there is a bit of controversy with respect to this use of advertisement. Two men kissing, but then in our countries, we might be sensitive or we may be still preserving a conservative culture. And then lastly, it's actually a viral. We have a chicken. We have a chicken brand in the Philippines, but accidentally they cook a breaded towel. Okay, it's a breaded towel. It's supposed to be a chicken. However, because of some isolated cases, they were able to cook towel. Towel. What is towel in Bahasa? A towel, something that you have to use to dry your towel, handu. Okay, so imagine that piece of cloth got fried. Okay, imagine that piece of cloth got fried. So that fried one got served and that became viral. But good thing, this company is big enough to control the damage. Okay, and according to them, that's just an isolated cases. But what I'm trying to say here is that in the Philippines, every viral, if you're going into viral or having that memes or that humoristic side, the more creative you are, then the better. However, there will always be risk about being so creative or being so invested into humor, into memes, or in virality. Like what the previous speaker has said, there are risks involved. Others would still not appreciate, or maybe some sort of brand misconception. They think you are not serious if you are so into humor aspect, right? But then it's about the content creation, I guess. Okay? And then the next slide, we're actually near to the end of my simple talk. Okay, so we have the trust, ethics, and brand positioning in a polarized market. We may be divided. Okay, we have to side with the siblings. We have to side with our friends in the Southeast Asian region, but then we have to maintain also a good relationship with our Korean friends, as we are also been benefiting with the products or services, the type of storytelling they have with their K-dramas. We love everyone. But this is just a few reminder that we have to um, be very mindful when it comes to being transparent, to be culturally sensitive, and we have to be ethical. And of course, there may be some sort of biases, but I think our bias would always be on the quality side. I mean, there will be that our bias is on the product that could give us the higher utility or the highest utility. Okay, and for my key takeaways, just to end my discussion on the last slide, please. So just a reiteration of what I have discussed, that GTDL application turns cultural missteps into cross-border crisis. So meaning to say, we have to be very mindful also with the things that we are posting online. Okay, but online or social media is such a powerful to unite or to divide. And that's thing that we have to be mindful with. Okay? And then youth fandoms and viral culture drive polarization and brand outcomes. Okay? So again, the fandom makes great difference as well. And lastly, cultural alignment determines brand perception and trust. So we have to be respectful of the culture. Okay, we should not be tempted to, step on the culture of other countries just to be the better one. Okay, so that ends my presentation. Ako Sinta Kamu. Did I pronounce it correctly? Okay, so that's, I guess, easier one to memorize. Ako Sinta Kamu, Institute Asia Malang. Thank you very much.
Thank you. The Philippines pride, Dr. RJLV Domingo from NUST, Nova Ecija Science and Technology University. So thank you for all the insight. We talk about we have to appreciate the diversify. We have a diversify a value of Southeast Asia, and we learn one word, pakikisama. It means social harmony, or nice, pakikisama, social harmony, and we ignore about the something that we learn about the social and also the appreciation for the differences of value. It means there will be additional cost for business because we don't understand the market and the local area. So thank you about the presentation, sir. So we move to the last but not least presentation. The last is Tunku Arwal Hawa Delaila. She is from Department of Commerce. I think she is already with us. Polytechnic Tuanku Syed Sirajuddin, Malaysia. So the last one is from Malaysia. I think, it's already a standby, right? Can you talk with us? Okay. So, hope you already prepared your presentation. How are you, ma'am?
Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can everybody hear me?
Yeah, you are so audible, and thank you for joining us, our section, the last section actually. After that, we have a Q&A section, so please prepare for your question. Okay, we have 15 minutes for you. The time is yours. Please.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Hero, for the kind introduction. Assalamualaikum and very good afternoon, everyone. I'm so happy to be here. All right, today. Okay, so have anybody been to Perlis, Malaysia? Do you know where is Perlis is?
Perlis.
Perlis, yes.
Yeah.
The northern region,
Some of
nearest
us.
to Thailand. Yeah. Okay. So let's start. Okay. Can you share my slide, please? We have a problem internet connection here. I think Malaysia is very unique because it represents a diverse multicultural society with a high digital engagement. So because of what happened in Malaysia will reflect the whole Southeast Asia. Okay, but then we have a similar common trait because we are sibling, right? Okay, let's start. So managing brand reputation, MSC versus KNET. Back please, sorry. Back to the main. So I would like to share my view on Malaysian context, right? So I'm Tengku Arwahawati Laila from PTSS Malaysia. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, the first thing is cross-cultural risk. So in Malaysia, we are understanding the cultural differences, C versus KNET. So as Dr. Ajas said before, Malaysian have something with the crisis before with the Korea, and then so we need to further take a look at that issue. Okay, so next is the boycott culture and sensitivity trigger, and also impact on the brand perception. This very crucial because it impact all the product and services and also boycott. Okay, next. So we would like to address the key risk factor, which is three. Okay, most of the speaker have explained this before. So the difference between beauty standard differences, all right, between KNETs and also Southeast Asia. And the second one is social behavior expectation. We are slightly different in that matters, and also digital community influence. So I would like to explain more in the next slide. Okay, as Dr. Ajels said before, beauty standard differences. There are beauty varies by country because we with the Indonesia most likely quite similar because we are sharing the same root. Common trait: fair skin, modest style, natural look. Influenced by culture, religion, and colonial history. Okay, diversity is more accepted. Different skin tone and also body types. Okay, while the KNET, Korean internet culture, they are very standardized beauty ideals. So we must follow the standard, which is to be beauty, you must have a pale skin, V-shaped face, slim body, double eyelid, and also they have a strong influence from K-pop idol, K-drama, high pressure to be beautiful, to presentable in cosmetic surgery is more normalized. So you have to be perfect and flawless. Okay, next. Okay, the second factor is social behavior expectation. In Southeast Asia, we emphasize more on respect, politeness, and community. Hierarchy matter. We respect more elder, teachers, and etc. because we value the elder very much. Okay, public behavior tend to be modest. Okay, Southeast Asia, we like to be more harmony and respect. While the KNET culture, strong online judgment culture, netizen can be very critical. They would like to, if they don't like something, they will create a cancel culture, which is they will ban, they call out culture, they cancel culture, and also public shaming. Okay, high expectation for public figure. So they expect all the public figure, idol, and all the artists to be perfect in the matters of social life and everything. So in KNET, they strict social security, especially online. All right, next. So the third one is digital community influence. Asia, the differences is social media used for trend, business, communication, influence exists, but impact is more flexible, right? Okay, community are less harsh compared to Korea. We are so sopan lah in bahasa Malaysia or bahasa Indonesia. I believe the same thing. We are so sopan lah. Okay, so in Southeast Asia, influence is growing but moderate, very moderate. So in KNET or KoreaNet, so extremely powerful online community, forum and comment. Okay, so some people cannot tolerate with the comment and etc. Kan, and also they build or they can destroy reputation overnight. If some issue happen, they can just destroy your reputation in just one night. Okay, with a few comment, with a few clip and etc. Okay, trends spread very fast. For example, fashion, beauty and behavior. I believe all like K drama, what else? Cosmetic from Korea and etc. Okay, and my children also like apa, suka sangat makan ramen, right? So KNET is very strong, fast, and sometimes very intense. This is the issue that I put a picture there, anti-Korean backlash, because there are some issue there. Okay, before. Okay, next. Risk assessment tool. So there are three point, which is social listening tool, sentiment analysis, and trend monitoring. So you can it can be viral in just one night, in just a few seconds in TikToks or platform ads. So trend monitoring you can see from influencer posts and also from hashtags. Okay, next please. Brand positioning, neutrality versus advocacy dilemma. Okay, you can be neutral or you can be advocacy. Which one? Okay, if you take side, the risk of losing one market. If you stay neutral, the risk being seen as insensitive. So choose which one you want, to be taking side or to be neutral, right? Global versus local expectation. I think the best approach is to stay local, using global perspective or verbal approach, and also also adapting to the local expectation. All right. So next is the stakeholder pressure. So you must comply to whatever stakeholder pressure in the different country. Next. Okay, you can take a look at the case comparison. Okay, brand complying with the KNET, brand supporting C audience, or short-term versus long-term impact. I believe if there are some issue arise, there must be impact in the economy, in the sales, in the reputation, in the foot traffic to the shop and etc. Brand perception in Malaysia is highly sensitive to the global issue. Just overnight, the brand can collapse or the brand can be so popular. All right, so in Malaysia, we have seen several cases where the international F&B brand faced a boycott campaign. These were often driven by geopolitical concern, perceived brand association, and also maybe some humanitarian issue, and also maybe because of culture insult and etc. The result, the reduced foot traffic to the venue, revenue impact, and the shift toward local alternative. Right? Okay, next. So in economic impact, so there are three: revenue loss from boycott, brand loyalty gains, and reputation sustainability. Boycott campaign in Malaysia can lead to, depending on industry, right? So as you can see, there are a lot of cases from various reasons. Next slide, please. Okay, next we move to the digital diplomacy in business. Okay, so digital conflict will create a digital economic impact, a real economic impact, so that some business will lose their sales and also business. Right, next. Have you seen a brand that go viral overnight for the wrong reason? So this is a digital reality, which is just a single tweet. In fact, the sales. Digital shape perception on the different issue. Some will say yes, some are supporting and very important because it will drive a behavior. Next. So this is the crisis timeline. Okay, today crisis is just not start in the boardroom. It start on social media. Within just a first 6 hour awareness spread, within 24 hours it become viral. Within 72 hours it reached. What happened? That online backlash of buying. So in Malaysia, some issue arise, especially because of halal and also culture sensitivity. So people will stop buying without second thought. All right, next. Boycott impact in Malaysia, alright? Viral boycott campaign, social media driven. So drop at the foot traffic, shift to the local alternative. So Malaysia also, we also embrace the local product as well as international product. We are so open to anything. So Malaysia, we are the nation that accept everything. We like Korean food, we like everything, okay? So short-term revenue impact. Malaysia has shown strong customer activism. During boycott wave, especially in F&B, foot traffic dropped significantly. This shows how digital sentiment translate direct into business performance. Okay, next. Yes, I think this is make Malaysia different from other country in Southeast Asia because of halal sensitivity. So because we are majority in Malaysia, so we significantly we significantly what we say, menekankanlah trust, halal compliance, rapid public reaction and transparency needed. So if you put something not halal in there, you must mention, you must say lah. Okay. So in Malaysia, halal is not just compliant; it is a trust. Even rumors can escalate quickly. So brand must respond transparently and fast. Halal certification concern rapid spread via TikTok or WhatsApp. So just one night, just a few seconds, the clip will viral everywhere, and business may collect in just a few, in few hours, in few days. Okay. Next, influencer risk. This also happen brand image. You need to you need to choose your influencer very well. Avoid controversy and also brand impact. Carefully
Sorry, ma'am. It seems to me that you have a signal problem.
lesson. In Malaysia, if you collaborate with the matter that much is very crucial. Wrong, okay, so bear in mind. Next please. You cannot hear me right now? There is rain have good unstable connection.
Yeah, but as I assume you have a
Okay,
signal
next.
problem. Go ahead.
Okay, so digital diplomacy. So take a look at the first point, strategic communication, cross-cultural awareness and relationship management. So this is the how you need to cater the problem, because in today's world communication is not just messaging, it is a diplomacy. Anything happen, you need to communicate efficiently. You need to using the cross cultural awareness. All right. Okay. Next. And next, the uh, the key strategy, respond fast within 48 hours. In Malaysian context, you need to use Bahasa Melayu and also cultural insensitivity and also ambassador and etc. so that people will support you back. Okay, next. Is there Malaysia inside? You need to emphasize on this matter: respect, transparency, and accountability. You cannot treat this parent, and you need to be accountable. Okay, as a conclusion, finally, we reach to the conclusion. Digital crisis will equal to business impact. Communication build trust, and brand operate in culture, especially in Malaysia. We are very unique. We are very uh, multiracial and also multicultural. So whatever happened in Malaysia will reflect the broader Southeast Asia trend. All right. So it provides a valuable insight for global strategy. So I believe, thank you very much for listening. So that perspective from Malaysia.
Thank
Okay.
you. A round of applause from Ma'am Arwal. Final insight from Malaysia. So rumor can escalate rapidly. So we have to take care about the trust issue, and we have to respect each other, and about transparency and also accountability. And I think this the one that we have to learn enhance our perspective in a Malaysia case study, because something that is related with the business boycott cause companies to lose money, but it's a kind of dilemma because they also make local fans more united and force brand to respect their reputation in Southeast Asia. I think that's a very good point from Malaysia. Thank you. I think we already reached our Q&A section. So who's already have a question, please raise your hand. Also, you're joining us on the screen, tuning online via Zoom. But I deliver the opportunity, first opportunity for the joining us offline in our theater room. Please raise your hand and we bring a microphone to you. Is there any? Please mention your name, state your name, and also the question is delivered to who. Please. You may ask anything. Yeah. Esther.
So my name is Esther Jessica, you can call me Esther, and I want to ask about something that related to business. So as we know, Korea is really affected us in culture, and what if we have a business that is related to K-pop? For example, maybe like a photo card, but after that, yeah, because I saw photo card, and after that, Korea's government make a move that is not aligned with our principles as an Indonesian or as a Malaysian or as a Philippines or as well as Thailand. Like for example, Korean government decided to support Israel or maybe Palestine that is not aligned with our principle, and it's affecting our business, right? So what do we do as a business owner if that things like that happens? Thank you.
Thank you. As a little hit on that one, very sensitive question, but I deliver to our representative from South Korea, please.
Okay, thank you for the question, Esther. So, I agree with Mr. Hari that your question is very sensitive. What happened in South Korea is we must know that people there doesn't really care about something that you ask. So some businesses affiliated with Israel is still there, and there is no like a boycott thing happened there. Actually, the boycott thing happened when I was still in Korea, and it's really conflicting for me personally, because I know that this is my value, and I live or I stayed in the country that different. They have different value from me, so it's conflicting. And if you ask as business owner, I think that if your business, if your business is not related to the boycott thing, then I think it's still safe for you. But if your business is related to the boycott thing, then you have to be really aware, because if you run your business here, then I think what people or what Indonesians do here about related to the boycott thing, it will really affect your business. Yeah, so you have to really aware about those things related to Israel or war or boycott things, I think. Yeah, okay, thank you.
Thank you for a nice answer. Round of applause for Dr. Lucia. The boycott things, we have to check it's related or not, and we have to prepare the strategy to. That's why in academics we have to prepare, we to anticipate all the phenomenon, also the social that impact with the business, and like Dr. Lucia said, we have to be more sensitive on that area and prepare the communication strategy for your marketing and also in your business operation. Thank you. Another question, we have still 2 opportunities to ask the question, please. Yes, Sir Danar. Oh, sorry. Yeah, Dr. Arjel will share their opinion about the question. Please.
Hello. Yeah. Good thing that in the Philippines we are also not being affected, or I mean there's no boycotting with respect to the things that are happening right now in the Middle East. But I believe that that in business we have controllable and then the non-controllable factors, the micro and then the macro. And again, on the good side of it, Philippines is a democratic country, we're a free country, so we are also been free to support and not to support things like if based on our will, it's not fitting, then we will going to reject that idea. But if it's again within our culture or values, then we're going to support that. But when the government would expose us, hypothetically, I'm not because the question is actually controversial. But hypothetically, if the government would say that you will stop support this one, we have to abide by that rule, simply because that is mandated by the government as to do, and again, that is an uncontrollable factor. something that is really beyond our control. But we wish that that would not come, that would not going to happen, and allow world to operate in a free trade. Thank you.
So
Sir.
kind of very democratic. We can choose to support it to being neutral or avoid to on the circle of the class, right? So thank you, Dr. Ajar. Nice point of view. Next question. Okay, Sir Danar, go ahead.
Okay, thank you for the opportunity. I would like to ask for both of our keynote speakers because it's triggered me to see the phenomenon of the siblings, which is it happens in Indonesia and also it happens in the Philippines, I guess. So my question is, for more to the Philippines, because in Indonesia is very huge and the war is like become the news in every sectors. But how about in the Philippines, the siblings and the K-Nets war, which is people say that it turns to the digital World War III. Yeah, because all of the netizen in Indonesia is pulling out their might to fight the K-Nets mass. So how about in the Philippines, and how do you reckon it? And also for the Miss Lucia, and since you're living for a while in the South Korea, so what do you think about this? What do you reckon about this? Thank you.
Thank you, Sir Danar. Please, Dr. Arjel first, about the Philippines point of view of this situation. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you, Sir Danar, for your question. But just to be honest, this actually when I just got to learn the issue when the topic was given to me. So yeah, that's how honest I am. So I'm not really aware that there was a backlash happened in a certain concert just happened last January, and the main issue there was a camera, if I'm not mistaken. Then that started a certain clash online. So on a personal note, I could say that, yeah, we're not affected by that. Although we love our siblings, we support Indonesian, we support everyone in the Southeast Asian region, but we also love Korean. Okay, we have the Sangyup, the Sangyupsal, and we also have the K-pop. We also have the different shows of the Korean, and everything that they offer, I guess, have a high patronage among Filipinos. So we do hope that that would gonna end soon, that we could bring back again the solidarity and also the camaraderie of the Asian region. Because looking into a higher or looking into a wider perspective, if we go beyond Asia, if we go beyond Southeast Asia, the next there is the Asian. Let's see it again as we are Asian brothers and sisters. That incident was just an isolated case, and yeah, we'll have just to learn to respect one another regardless of the ethnicity, the tradition, the religion. Yeah, but to answer the question of Sir Danar, I think we're not that affected in the Philippines with that clash between those involved in that particular concert. Thank you, Sir Danar.
Thank you. Thank you. Good point. Next, Dr. Lucia.
Okay, thank you. So about the digital war between K-Nets, World War III, digital World War III, between K-Nets and siblings. Actually, what Dr. Arjel said before, I agree with that, because in Indonesia the conflict is just in the digital platform, but it's not affected to the product and also the boycott of some products. No. It's just digital war. And I think that actually that thing, I mean the word, digital word between fans, it's so casual in K-pop. Yeah, it's so casual. It's really casual. So even when we become a K-popers, then it's like a daily basis for us to see like, oh my God, these fans and these fans like throw a hate comment in the digital platform. It's so casual. So something like happened in the early January. It's just I can say that it's just a digital word, not really affected to the product or like the boycott thing or something. Yeah, it's my answer. Thank you.
Thank you. I think it's triggered by a condition in January 2026 in Malaysia, right? The keynote and ICE problem. So I remember one word, ripple effect. So one ripple, and then you drop the stone and become to make a bigger and bigger and become the wave. Well, thank you. So we have the last question. The one more question. Is there any? Or in the online, joining us online, on tuning via Zoom. Oh, we have one more on the theater room. Okay, go ahead. Deliver your question.
So my name is Azahra. You can call me Zahra. So this is my question. It's about business things. So if I have my own business, and then I use K-pop idols for my brand ambassador, and then at that time there is a war like siblings versus K-nets like that. What should I do? Should I stop them for my as my brand ambassador, or what strategy that should I use to keep my business that for my business reputation it keep great like that?
So
okay, thank
if
you.
you as a brand ambassador, right, Sarah? Yeah, so kind of dilemma, and actually it's a tough question, but please answer Dr. Lucia first.
Okay. Okay, thank you, Zahra. So my answer is depends. Depends on what actually happened in the field. I mean, if you use the K-pop idol as your brand ambassador, who like I can say clean, then clean. I mean the image is clean, then that's fine. Even when his or her fans, what's it? Throw hate comments in the digital platform, that's fine, as far as your brand ambassador is clean. But if your brand ambassador is having a bad image, then you have to be aware, because K-pop fans and K-drama fans, even Korean fans, is very sensitive with the image of their artists. When they like have a bad image, you have to like just what's it? You have to like just change your brand ambassador into the clean one. Yeah, that's my answer. Yeah,
Thank you, Dr. Lucia. Go ahead, Dr. Arjel.
Yeah.
Please be careful, Dr. Arjel. It's a tough question.
Yeah, I think I also have, I share the same answer with Ma'am Lucia, because at first I got that I sealed the deal with that endorser simply because of the reputation, the credibility, and then the reliability of this person to be my brand ambassador. So if there were, if during the times that there was a conflict, then I guess I still keep that deal, believing that that particular person would be the best person to be the representative or to carry the brands of my particular product. And after all, we should not generalize that if one person would throw hate on you, then other person would throw hate on that particular brand. So I guess that you got a lot of market, and let's not make an assumption that they are sharing the same sentiment. Because especially, we all know that the power of the brand ambassador. Let's talk about beauty products. We cannot afford to get some endorser that is not pretty. Of course, if we are pertaining to product that is about whitening soap, for example, we have to get an ambassador that really fits on the effect that is expected to get from purchasing that product. Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank
and
you
hope
very
I
much.
answered the question.
To emphasize that one, we have one word, pakikisama, social harmony. Thank you. Round of applause for Dr. Argel. So the last one, we have one question from online who raised already his hand. Go ahead from Edward Angelo. Yeah, you can open your mic and ask your question.
So, good afternoon to everyone. My
Good
question
afternoon.
is, how the popularity of Korean culture directly leads to economic opportunities like the development of side businesses in Indonesia?
Sorry, can you repeat the question? Can you repeat the question? We can listen it clearly.
So, my question is, how the popularity of Korean culture directly leads to economic opportunities like the development of side businesses in Indonesia?
From Indonesian perspective. Okay. Ma'am Lucia is the correct speaker to answer this one from Indonesian perspective. So both from South Korea and Indonesian perspective. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you for the question. So, as I said before that, South Korean culture is hit hard Indonesian people, and I think that this wave from Korean culture encourage the development of side business in Indonesia. Like, as I said before, the boutique or the fashion business in Indonesia sometimes inspired by the Korean fashion. And also, as we know, maybe the Indonesian students know that surrounding us there are a lot of restaurant or cafes that's inspired by Korean theme. And also, I think for now, it's easier for us to get Korean food right, Korean flavor right, because I think it's the proof that Korean wave or Korean culture hit Indonesian hard. I think the Korean culture like encourage the development of side business in Indonesia.
Okay, so there is a lot of impact from Korean culture. It kind of have a robust positioning in Indonesian market, like I said, like Dr. Lucia said before. Well, thank you for all your questions. I think that brings us to the end of our session. Please round of applause again. And we can take a lesson from a social case study shared by our first speakers today. You know, a social study, and I think it's not rocket science. It's not too tough, but sometimes it's hard to be understood. So, yeah, certainly not very easy to understand because we have to look at a very variative factor to learn about the business and economic side. Well, I'm Haru Kurniawan signing off. Thank you, and I will hand it back to our Master of Ceremony, Sheila. Thank you.
Thank you to our moderator and all speakers for the insightful and inspiring discussions. before we proceed to the closing, we would like to present the certificates of appreciations to our distinguished guests and speakers as a token of gratitude for their valuable contributions. First, we will present their certificate to our speakers who are joining virtually to our committee. Please, already in the screen. To Dr. Nico Irawan and Puan Tengku Arwal Hawa, we would like to present these appreciations virtually. Next, I would like to invite Mr. Agus Purnomo Sidi to come forward to the stage to delegate this certificate. We would like to present this certificate. Oh, I see. So first we will present the certificates of appreciations to Puan Tengku Arwal Hawa Delaila binti Tengku Ahmad. So please, Puan Tengku. Okay. So we will come forward to next. We can give the certificate of appreciations first to Dr. Archelvi Domingo. Please, for the Mr. Agus Purnomo can give the certificate. Next, we would like to invite Mrs. Lucia to give the certificate of appreciations. Next, for the last, we will give also the certificate of appreciations to our wonderful moderators. Thank you to all speakers. Please come back seated. Next, we will have a photo sessions. So we kindly invite all speakers and committee members to come forward and gather together to have for recommendations. So we can gather in here facing the screen. Yes. And for our cameraman in here. Thank you. I would like to all the participants to come stand for the documentations. Okay, I would like to count in 1, 2, 3. Again. Oh yeah, we can do a pose. Okay, now we have to strike a Asia pose. Thank you, everyone. Please come be seated. Please come be seated. Distinguished guests. Yes. the speakers can become seated. You can go back seated. Okay, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we have now reached the end of our seminar. We sincerely hope that today's discussions have provided valuable knowledge and new perspective, especially in understanding cultural dynamic and managing brand reputations. We would like to express our deepest appreciations to all speakers, moderators, and participants for being part of this event. Before we close, for all those participants in the room, can scan the QR code that will appear in the screens for the evidence or for your attentions. You can scan the QR for the evidence of your participations. For those participants who are joining in virtually, we already sent the link via chat box. Oh, I'm so sorry for the mistake. There's a mistake in QR code that appear. The QR code is apparently appear for the yesterday's events. So there will be a new QR code in the screens that will appear for today's event. Thank you. Okay, so everyone, all the participations can scan the new QR code for the evidence of your participations. Okay, well, you can fill your form. Finally, I would like to apologize for any shortcomings during the event. Thank you for your attentions and participations. Stay safe, stay inspired, and have a wonderful day ahead. Thank you for everyone.